The battlefield was alive with the crackle of ignited lightsabers and the hum of tension. Ahsoka Tano stood alongside her former master, Anakin Skywalker, their bond forged in countless skirmishes, now tested against a formidable alliance of shadow and vengeance. Across the outpost, Darth Maul's piercing glare met Ventress's sly smirk, their uneasy truce aimed at mutual gain. Amidst the chaos, multiple objectives lay scattered, each a key to dominance. The stakes were clear: capture the objectives or be overwhelmed by the enemy's cunning and ferocity. The air vibrated with anticipation as the four combatants prepared for a clash of skill, strategy, and survival.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday, which means some more solo tabletop goodness. Well, that's not true. We have one standout. One Thursday has not been solo, but that was a bit of a weird one-off, and I don't see that becoming a regular thing because we work jobs. So, anyways, we were also potentially going to do some Shatterpoint with someone this weekend, but we're having weather blow through in Georgia, and that means everything shuts down. So that's probably not going to happen. But that is all good. We'll get it when we get it. Sorry, I got to make sure I got all my parts and pieces in order. Try to make this as painless as possible for me. So I dropped off last month's giveaway today, so James will be receiving that soon. Hopefully he enjoys it. But with that being said, we are doing a giveaway this month for some Halo Flashpoint proxies. It's this guy right here. If you want it painted, I will paint it for you. If you just want the model, they're right here ready to go. There's going to be 2 of them, so there'll be 2 winners, each just with a proxy. These are Galactic Armory models. He did give his blessing to give these away. Don't want to, do the wrong thing there. So he said that's all good. And with that being said, there's a short down below. So we're just going to do it. I decided the purpose of the giveaway is just to give back to you guys and making it more difficult than it needs to be, like doing it across multiple videos would be to my benefit, but it just makes it more difficult for you guys. So we'll probably just always do it through a short when we have a giveaway to do. These won't be every month, but we'll just do it through a short. You go like the short, leave a comment on it, make sure you're subbed. You'll be entered. At the end of the month, I'll pick winners off that short. Easy peasy. So today we are playing Shatterpoint. Now, for those of you who have watched my first impressions, I guess, of Shatterpoint, you kind of know my thought process there, but it is kind of funny because I really didn't think too positively of this until I got it all painted and just decided to play it, and here we are. So now I'm really interested. I've already bought some more boxes. Also, for you Warcrow people, I have also I back ordered the Beyond box, so there will be some more Warcrow stuff coming. I think it said it's supposed to ship mid-January. Hopefully that stays true. So that's the case. Hopefully within the month we'll have some more Warcrow stuff going on. Thank God. I've wanted that box. It's just been out of stock for like 2 months now, 2-3 months. So that'll be coming. I've got the Din Djarin Certified Guild and the Armorer Paz Vizsla box for Shatterpoint. I'm a big Mando person, so that's what I wanted to run with. I'm probably going a little too much to begin with because, my lord, there's still so much stuff I do not understand. I might actually do a video tonight for tomorrow's upload of all the things that I've kind of done wrong. Just to, I don't know, just because. So there's a handful of things that I was doing wrong that I played kind of a little baby run through since last week to try to get kind of an idea of how things work. I still am way off base, to be honest, but we'll get there. We are playing the full starter box. Depending on how long it takes, I might only do the one struggle. because it's just me. So it just kind of depends on how long it takes us to get through that. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. And I get that there are some dynamic changes, and the second struggle will typically go faster, but it just depends. We'll see where we end up. But we're running Ahsoka, Bo-Katan, and the Mandalorians, Anakin, Captain Rex, the 501st, and then on the Shadow Collective side, Lord Maul, Gar Saxon, Super Commandos, and then Asajj, Kalani, and the Battle Droids. Again, I've got some other stuff coming. I still have the Night Sisters that we have not used, so that could come at some point, the Night Sisters and Savage. But again, I figured I'd just play a few games with this same set of stuff before I move on. I've also got my Force tokens set up, so I will have a total of 7 for the Republic and 6 for Shadow Collective, I think. I also pulled mission cards this time. I figured out more or less how that works. So, let's see, let's flip over here. So, basically we just have a straight cross, the middle up and down. You guys can see that. So we got these 3 and those 2. So, just basically all the central objectives. I don't think I measured this out perfectly. That is what it is. So it is well enough. Also, I put the struggle tracker over here by the dice cam, so hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know if it's going to come through perfectly well, but hopefully it's enough just for y'all to kind of keep track of what's going on that front, so you're not just completely in the dark. I don't think it'll read perfect. It was just literally a last minute thing. I decided I was gonna clone that and try to split that over there like 10 minutes ago. Oh, apologies. But I figured it would help for you guys to be able to see that. I've already deployed my people on both sides, which you are probably not going to be able to see. But we have Rex and Anakin in this corner. We've got Ahsoka and Bo-Katan up in this corner. Darth Maul, Gar Saxon, and then Kalani and Ventress over there. So, again, there's still a lot that I'm doing wrong, and that's just going to be the way that it is. But this is my 2.5 game, technically, playing. So cut me some slack. There will be lots of wrong stuff. Some stuff I might just ignore completely just for the sake of simplicity. There's still a lot that it's hard to keep track of. Especially considering there's, like, in Legion, when you have pull a card, for the most part, you could just look at that card and move and do stuff based off of that. But there's a lot more interplay with people in this. So, like, there's things that'll trigger off of other people doing stuff. It's just a little weird. I will do my best to keep track of that stuff, but no promises. Also, the second camera here, I did wire up that dongle, so hopefully this camera will not just go off anymore. And we'll see if it explodes by the end of this, but hopefully it will not. So hopefully this works. Again, the camera angles aren't great. I don't have access to a ton of tripods and things to I looked into mounting them on the ceiling. That is more costly than I have the means to do right now. So this is what we got. This is shifting priorities. Again, I probably won't get to the second or the third struggle. That is what it is. But I guess we will roll some dice just to see who's going to activate first. I'm not going to put a choice into it. So just whoever rolls the most crits will go second. So, we'll go off hits, whatever. So I guess I will go, well, I guess I didn't specify, did I? This is me. I am the Republic. And that's them. So I got a crit, they got a regular hit. So mine was better, so we'll make them go first. So go ahead and draw a card. And we have Gar Saxon. Okay. So, and my cards for the Republic are here in front of me. all of my Shadow Collective cards over here, so I will disappear when I'm looking at these. I just don't have the table space to do otherwise. So at the start of this unit's activation, choose another Mandalorian character. The chosen character may jump. Okay. Well, we will just send this one down the hill. Something else, since I'm playing on the larger board, I will have to walk around to interact with both sides. So we just moved that down the hill. We've got 6 force, huh? Use this ability if it ends within 2, makes a focus action. I don't think I'm going to be in range of anybody, so I don't know how concerned I am with that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use his advance, or his thing. I am going to move and hunker. And I'm not going to move him with that. So, well, just for the sake of it, because I think that's correct. If I hunker, he can do this little hop, I believe. Scooch him there. It is also freezing cold down here right now. Okay. Character sharpshooter. Yep. Okay. I think he's done. And then I guess with, like, since that was the end of the turn, I have captured a objective with him. Do I score off the first turn, or is that just momentum? I think that's just momentum. Excluding the first turn, after a player moves the struggle token at the end of their turn, if the struggle is still in the center space, each player gains momentum. So yeah, I guess technically, which for reference, Republic is here, Shadow Collective is down here. So they're going to move one in their direction, I guess, because they have an objective. So it's my turn. And we've got Rex. So Rex, at the start of this unit's activation, choose a character in this unit or another allied Galactic Republic character. The chosen character may dash and gain a hunker token. So this is one of the things I'm still a little unclear on. Something like this that says choose a character in this unit, which I guess means himself, or another allied Galactic Republic character. Does that mean allied as in anybody in my 2 squads, or does it have to be to the squad that he is a part of that he could choose? Or is it as long as they have the Galactic Republic tag, then that's good and they count? I'm not sure. Unless somebody tells me otherwise, I'm going to be playing it as part of the squad that he's in. So in that case, I'm going to dash with Anakin and hop up on to this thing. That's going to give him a hunker token. Each character in this unit may dash, and if it does, it gains a hunker token. I think I'm going to spend a force to do that. And we're just going to jump on up over here. That's going to give Rex a hunker token. My goal here is to get hunker on as many people, especially if it's free, because that seems like a good thing. So now for the first of his actions, I don't know if I want to jump up onto this thing, but I guess they can. Yeah, we're gonna move. Gonna put us here. We're gonna pop up onto this here box. That's gonna give us that objective. Which I didn't really think this through. So can anybody contest this objective until I'm down? Because they can't climb up the ladder because I'm in the way, right? I don't know. And his range is 5. We are in range of that commando. I think we are going to shoot. So he's going to have a range of, or a range profile of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 misses, 2 expertise, which that will give us 2 hits. I also noticed that the camera settings on the dice cam didn't like these dice very much, so I tried to tweak those a little bit, so hopefully they're a little bit easier to read, but it's just a little webcam. I can only do so much. So we got a range defense of 4 on the commandos. Ooh, 3 misses and 1 expertise. And that 1 expertise gives them 1 save. So that, very good for me. That gives me 4. Let's go with the top row. That's going to give us 2, 4, 5, 6 damage. A expose. And a shove, I believe. So they are exposed. And also, again, unless anybody tells me differently, I'm just playing this more or less as it says. So I don't know if you shove on a ranged attack. I don't know why they'd put it in his tree if you didn't. Although I guess technically if you melee, I don't know. I'm a little confused on that. Pushed away from having the character range 1, then pull itself. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's just for melee. That would make sense if it was, but otherwise I'm going to play it like they're being pressed back from being shot. So that moves it 1 back to me. And now, because it's back in the middle, both get a momentum. I think I got a little bit more of a hang on how that works in the little test run that I did. Yep, that's all I got to say about that. Also, I repainted the terrain, or I added to the terrain, rather, and then repainted the desert tan to a gray blue, and I like it a whole lot more. And it's actually unique to all the other stuff that I have, so that's cool. Ooh, Shatterpoint for the Shadow Collective. Okay. As much as I want to go with Maul, because I think Maul going twice makes the most sense, I think I kind of want to go with Kalani or Ventress maybe and start taking this side of the field. So I might go with Ventress. Let's see. Although if I go with Kalani, I can get 2 of his, I don't remember what it was called, but the little cross ability. So he'll be able to make battle droids march or dash twice. So I might get a little more value out of that. I'm going to go with Kalani. I don't know if that is a good move, but that's what we're going to do. So he's got his ability, Roger Roger, at the start of the unit's activation. Each allied battle droid character within range 4 may dash. So I'm going to bring 1 set of droids there. Bring another set of droids behind this cover for the time being. Okay. Choose another allied battle droid character within 4. The chosen character may dash, then gain a hunker token, remove 1 condition, or make a 5 dice attack. I'm actually going to spend a force to do that. And I'm going to, I guess, Well, I guess actually if I'm going to do, we're just going to eyeball that. We're just going to move on up. That's going to give the battle droids a hunker token. And now I got to go with Kalani himself, which I kind of feel like I should take him up the middle, but he might get sliced up. Maybe I take him down behind that rock. Or, for the time being, I'm going to move. We're going to take a defensive position. That is going to give Lonnie a, or I'm going to move and hunker. So that's going to give him a hunker token. Check to see if he's got a, because if I take him up the middle, he's probably just going to get annihilated. So I want to get him maybe down here somewhere so he could reach range 4 to the droids. We'll see where that goes. So they did not get any new objectives, so they just get the 1 point. And now it's on their side, so I get a momentum. Is that correct? Because the one little test that I did, it definitely resulted in me losing, even though I was doing all of the wounding and had more objectives for most of the thing, and then we ended up with the same amount of objectives, but the way that the momentum carried the match, I lost, but I think I miscounted, so I don't know if that's correct. Okay, so back to me. What do we have? Bo-Katan. So, Bo-Katan, at the start of this unit's activation, choose another allied Mandalorian character. The chosen character may jump. Okay. I think you're going to be able to see this super well. And something is not cooperating here. Sorry. The Stream Deck, I think, has fallen asleep. And by fallen asleep, I mean crashed. Because it's, okay, there it goes. It's caught up. Goodness, sorry. So, they're all here. I guess. Yeah, I guess we're just going to have this character hop up onto that ledge. Sure. Okay. Each character in this unit may jump. So I could jump with Bo-Katan. I kind of want to see if I can't contest that objective. So we're going to spend the force to do that. Use the jetpack. And we are going to make our way around here. So now I've got 2 actions. And the second one I'm going to use to run up behind this. That definitely puts me in contest range. Well, you can't see me. I am right behind this tree, behind this container. So that's wouldn't be a me stream if I didn't end up behind. What's going on here? I didn't end up behind a tree. Okay, hopefully that stays. I don't know if the Stream Deck caused that or what exactly. I might need to up some stuff. Maybe it's because I've added a whole lot of stuff here. I don't know. Hopefully it wants to stay fine, but we'll see. Because everything looks good on OBS end, but YouTube's pitching a fit, so we'll see. For her second action, I'm going to shoot range 4. Yeah, I'm going to shoot these battle droids. Bo-Katan has 6. Okay, 2 crits. That's not bad. The battle droids have a range defense of 4, but then they're going to have that 1 extra from the hunker token. 3 expertise. Interesting. That's going to give them 1 save. Wow. That was not a good roll for them. So that's going to give me 3. I'm going to go with the top row. That's going to give me a total of 5 damage and a end. Yes. And whoop. Oh, I also don't remember 2, 4, 6. I forgot to put the 6 damage on those commandos. 6 damage on the commandos and 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 2, 4, 5 damage on the B1s. Okay. I wish that would go away. Because I feel like throwing me off. Just gonna ignore it. Everything looks good. Yeah, and that's her activation. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, objectives. So that gives me 2 objectives. So they're 1. I'll go 1, 2, but now it's on my side, so they get a momentum. Okay. What do they get? What do they get? Speak of the devil. Darth Maul. Okay. Well, this unit is not wounded when it would spend force to use an ability. It may suffer wounds equal to the cost of the ability instead. Basically, I could just trade wounds instead of force tokens. But that's going to benefit me because the more wounds I have, it's going to up his output over time. So I'm going to take a damage to force speed. That gives me a full advance. I'm actually going to go this way with him. And then I'm going to move and I don't know if hunkering really does him any good in this scenario. Just because he's melee. Let's see, can he... throw this sucker? He can at range 4. But I'm not in range. So, no point in me doing that. We'll just leave that on Dark Rage. There's 3. I think he's just going to hunker just in case. Yeah. That's going to give them that middle objective. I'm just going to hunker just in case he gets shot at. But if anything, he's probably more in danger of getting meleeed than anything. So that is Darth Maul done. That gives them 2 objectives. So we go 1, 2 back to them. Gives me a momentum. These. And I'm going to say a shit ton because I am trying to keep track of 83 different things. And it's the second time I've played it, so sorry. Let's see. Back to me. What do we get? Anakin. So. Do I go with him right now? because I think I can get into melee. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll go with it. So, Anakin is up here, courtesy of Rex. We are going to spend a force to jump. We're going for it. That's going to give us that objective along the way, because if I understand correctly, I don't have to babysit these objectives. It's more like Warcrow in that sense, where I basically capture it and then can continue on. I just have to hope that nobody gets back. Is that correct? I don't know. That's how I'm doing it. Also, if that is the case, I like that a whole lot better, because playing Legion, it always sucks when you send like a decent unit to go contest an objective and then nobody shows up, but then that unit's just kind of stuck over there babysitting an objective. I would prefer it be like this. So I've still got 2 actions, and we are going all the way in. That is going to neutralize this objective. And I think I do have some shoves. I'm actually going to move behind these crates. So, yeah. See it a little better here. So I'm going to scooch. That way, if I could shove him, I could push him off, and that would probably be a good thing for me. So, Anakin, on his first attack, mind you, because I will be spending 2 force at the end of this to attack him again, is 7 dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is not a good roll. Darth Maul has a melee defense of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's also going to lose this hunker token. He's probably A-okay. So 3. Yeah, that is not great. That's going to give him a save. That's going to give him a heal, which will get rid of that 1 damage he took. And it's going to give him a jump. I don't really know if he needs a jump. I guess he's going to, actually, because I'm in my own brain and I know what I was going to do. And he's going to use that free jump just to reposition enough to not get pushed off of that thing. So he's gonna make a combat decision there. But that did not work out for me. Now I'm gonna spin these 2 force, and we're gonna go again. 7 dice, and hope for some better rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 misses again, not great. What was his? 5? Yeah. God bless America. I know that's going to give him save, a jump, and a heal. The other 2 things just don't matter in this case. But that gets rid of 3, which actually I didn't pay attention to what the saves and stuff were. I might have had 1 damage that I didn't pay any attention to. That's all right. So I've just got 1 that's just going to give him 2 damage and a shove. That's a little unfortunate that I didn't get anything through on that first one, potentially, considering I didn't pay attention to it. That is on me. That's the end of Anakin's thing. That gives us 3 objectives. So 1, 2, 3, back to me. It gives them a momentum. Okay. Shadow Collective, here we go. Kalani. So here's the thing. Here's another thing, rather. So with Kalani's, I don't know what it's called, ability, he gets to Actually, tell me what it's called. Tactic. His tactics ability. Yeah, that makes sense. He causes a battle droid to dash. Now, my battle droids are pinned. Can I use his tactics ability to just consume that pinned effect? It says when they would dash, it does not move and then loses its thing. So I just basically eat that tactics ability. That's how I understand it. That's how I'm doing it, at least. So we're just going to eat that, and they're not going to go anywhere. That's fine. Kind of messed up a little bit of his plans there. Now I can use Tactical Network, choose another battle droid character within range 4, and they can dash and get a hunker token. So we'll do that. That'll give these guys a dash. And they get a second hunker token, which I believe you could have up to 2. And that is going to neutralize this objective. So they have not gone with any abilities yet. Let's see, 4, 6. I guess I'm gonna move up with Kalani here. Especially because if I can get close enough to that, we could take that objective this round. So both actions, I think I can move over things that are around here. And that, sure enough, gets me close enough to take this. And we can shoot at Bo-Katan. So that's what we're going to do. Kalani shoots with 7. Which statistically, I will have 3 misses. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Ooh, 4 misses. And 3 expertise. What does that do for us? It gives us a crit and 2 hits, so that is not terrible. Certainly better than it could have been for a battle droid. Let's see, actually, when an allied battle droid character makes an attack, which I don't know if that counts myself, the targeted character is within range 4 of 1 or more allied battle droids. You know what? I think that does. I'm going to say that it does. Because it's not worded in a way of like assisting them. It just says when an allied battle droid attack, which is him, he's closer to another battle droid, so we're going to give us 1 more. There we go. Bo-Katan here has a range defense of 4. She does not have a hunker token, so I don't think she gets any of that cover. I thought she hunkered. Maybe I'm crazy. But I think cover only applies to characters that have a hunker token. But it's like additive, so they'd have like 2 cover at that point. I don't know. So we just got 4 defense dice. And that's going to give us... Ooh, that 1 expertise gives us 2 saves. Just enough to get rid of all 3 of those. And that leaves us with 1, which is just going to be 2 damage on Bo-Katan. So that is Kalani done. That gives them 2 objectives. So 1, 2. In the middle, we both get a momentum. Okay. Feel like I'm learning tiny little bits. There's still a lot of these reactive skills that I don't know. Okay. What do we got? We got the Clan Kreese. Mandos. Okay, so I could spend a force to jump with each character. So all the objectives right now are spoken for. If I get back down... So here's another thing that I'm a little unsure of. So when it comes to contesting, do the individual Clan Kreese Mandos count as two things? So like if I took both of them over there, it'd be 3 units to 2? Or do they still only count as 1 unit? And surely they count as separate, because like if I took 2 of them to separate objectives, I would assume they just count as 2 separate people, because if they didn't, it would get real weird in that regard. But I could also take one of them, which I can get to this middle objective, and contest that middle one, or take that middle one rather. I'm going to save my force, because hopefully I've got a Shatterpoint card in there somewhere. I can go with Anakin again. I want to use those 2 force on that. So we're not going to do that. We are going to advance with both of these guys, which this guy, I'm just going to move, pop up this ladder. And then can I double advance? Can I do any action twice? Doesn't say. The rules for movement, climb. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I wouldn't be able to move twice, but I guess it would also make sense if you can't, because on a 3-foot board, that is a rather large movement. Let me see if it clarifies in the rule book. It does not say. Those are abilities. What about just standard actions? Actions. Units make up 2 actions from the following list. May only make each action once. What's up, Anthony? Glad you can make it. I am trying to clarify, which I just did, that I can only move once. So that is a little unfortunate, because I was trying to get our Clan Kreese Mando here close enough to contest. That's not going to happen unless I spend a force. Which, to be honest, I think that's probably worth doing. So we're going to do that. Anakin's not going to be able to go twice. So. True. I've only done 1 action, and I didn't use their actual ability yet, so I can spend that force, and I'm just going to do my little hop here. Each character in this unit may jump, so that's what we're going to do. And this guy's just going to yeet off the platform. I played one kind of baby game, well, just kind of like a little test thing to get a better handle on the momentum stuff. This is technically the second real attempt that I've made at doing this, so there's going to be wrong stuff. That just is the way that it is. Apologies there. But I still have 1 action to make with these fellas. And I guess I'm just going to shoot. And I guess the battle droids already have 5 wounds, but they do have double hunker tokens. Lonnie doesn't have any health. And so I guess this guy is going to shoot the battle droids, and this guy is going to shoot Darth Maul. That's the way that I understand it. So, Clan Kreese Mandos, Sharpshooter 1. Firm. I ignored the keywords completely in the first game just to simplify things. That's focus. They're not focusing. I don't think. After this unit makes a move action, it may use this ability. Does that count as using a free jump? I don't know. I would assume so. And it's within range 2 of another Mando. It makes a focus action. So they're going to have... Well. No, they're not. I'm still too far away. Irrelevant, doesn't matter. So we got 4, 5, 6. Also, Anthony, we do streams, tabletop stuff like this. I try to do every Thursday if I have something to play. And then we do miniature painting on Mondays with the same caveat if I have stuff to paint. Since I was sick, I'm still borderline. I did a whole lot of nothing this week, and I just didn't make it on Monday. So, but we'll be back next Monday, or any foreseen circumstances. Probably painting some Shatterpoint stuff, because I just got some more models. 6 at range 4, which we are good. This will be on the B1 battlefield. All right, only 1 miss, 2 expertise. That's going to give us 1 measly little hit. So the B1s have double hunker tokens, which if I remember from the demo correctly, thankfully at this point, it's more like yesterday, it was like a real bad headache the whole day. I can't sleep super well, but I don't sleep super well anyways. I'm a night person. Beyonce definitely has the brunt of it, but she deserves it because she brought it home. So it's her fault. So they're going to get a range defense of 4, but +2 for the 2 hunger tokens, if I understand correctly. That'll be 4, 5, 6 on the B1s. Ooh, lots of misses. That's what we like to see. So there's 2 saves on that. That's going to give us 2. We're going to go... I think, actually... I draw the B1s? I'm going to go with the bottom track. That's going to give 3 damage and 2 shoves, which again, I'm not entirely sure if you shove on ranged attacks. I'm playing it that way, and I'm going to play it that way, I guess, for the remainder of this, just because I've already done it. As like you're being shot, so you're kind of staggering backwards. That's the way that I'm seeing that. So, ooh, what am I doing? I'm going to go back 1 and 2, and then I am gonna definitely follow at least once to take this objective, if that's correct. That's very War Crow feeling, and I like that. If that is the case, it seems a little dumb if that is how that works, though. Pushing on ranged attacks, but it's in the trees. The trees have I don't know. That's what I'm doing, and that's 3 damage on the B1s, which takes them almost to being wounded. They've got 1 damage left, unfortunately. And then we've got our attack on Darth Maul, so we're going to have 6. Although I guess we're in melee now, so we're going to punch Darth Maul. Not the brightest punch. That gives us 5. One expertise in melee. Ooh, okay, that's a hit. A regular hit, and I'm going to try to get to it. Darth Maul got a melee defense of 5. 1 expertise. Just going to give him a save. So he is A-okay. But that also gives me objective now. So I got 2 objectives. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives. Takes me 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this goes according to plan, if I can keep these objectives, I should take the struggle. And we've been going for just shy of an hour. So if that's the case, we will probably do the second struggle. We'll play out the whole thing. Unless it's a tie. Then it's just going to be a tie, and that's fine. All right, their turn. They're Commandos. Super Commandos. Here we go. So I got to be... What is exposed? While defending, characters unit cannot use defense expertise. Okay, good to know. Ooh. They're way in the back. I guess I need to try to get some damage on Rex and push him off that objective. But they don't get a shove unless they get 4 damage in. But I'm going to have to try. Yeah, I'm going to have to try here. So I think I've got 4 force. Just to make sure I get into range here, because I've only got a range of 4, I'm going to spend a force to jump. So each character in this unit can dash or jump. Whatever, it's one and the same. And stay. That line and this line. That put us in range. Yes and yes. So I'm more in the interest of neutralizing that objective. Although if I shoot, I could move afterwards. They've only got 5 dice. I was gonna focus. Granted, because they're next to each other, they're gonna have a free focus action, actually. Because they're so close. So, which again, sorry, my cards are off screen. So that doesn't matter. Impact 1. Impact. Character makes a focus action. It adds X additional dice. Actually, okay, so this might be pretty good. Oh, just kidding. To its next melee. Just kidding. So I guess impact is just melee dice. That makes sense. Gonna have a free focus action period. That's gonna be 6 dice. I'm gonna shoot first, and in a perfect world, I'm gonna be able to push him off and then move and get up that ladder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not bad. 1 expertise. Gonna give it 1 hit. I really like the expertise system. It reminds me a lot of switches from Warcrow, which is one of the things I like so much about that game. And Warcrow also has momentum pushing combat. So like if you're winning combat, you could push enemies back. This kind of has a similar feel, which I also like. Rex has got a range defense of 5. Technically, I think he would probably have cover here. The videos I've watched talking about cover seems really, really dumb in the way that it works in this game. So I definitely homebrew kind of the cover rules, because there's like weird little bits of like the way that you draw the lines for cover and how things would benefit from cover and how they wouldn't. And it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't really have a local store, so I don't have to worry about playing with other people necessarily in that way. So that's just how I'm doing it. I've seen some examples that make 0 sense as to how people get cover. So, ooh, 3 expertise. It's going to give us 2 save. Unfortunately, that not going to be enough to help me a ton. That gives them 3 on the track. We're going to go down the middle for this one. That's going to give us 4 damage and a strained token. So Rex is strained. Oh, I also have a hunker token. Let's see. That's a miss anyways. Okay. So he's got a strain. And what did I say? What did I say? 2, 3, 4 damage. I also wish that they would, thank you. This is actually like my kind of indoor theme table that I made for Legion. So this little cutout here fits my little indoor bunker. I don't know, I thought it worked pretty well. I've got this, I've got a Tatooine table and a Scarif table of sorts. Yeah, the first part of that, you gain cover if you have the hunker and are within range one. That makes perfect sense. But then I've seen some examples with like weirdness, like with the gantries and the way that it like, I don't know, I don't remember, there was a video that I watched because I was trying to clarify some of the things that I messed up. On my first go, cover was one of those that I didn't even acknowledge the first time. But some of the examples that he depicted and the way that it just, I was like, no, I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to use common sense cover rules, like range 1 to cover makes sense. You only gain cover if you have hunker. I guess that kind of makes sense. So that's how I play it. But some of the weird things on how cover is granted, some of those like parameters seem really, really odd. So I just ignored some of that. But our other Mando still has to shoot because he is in range, which I guess, well, again, it wouldn't be me if they weren't right behind a piece of terrain. But he is going to have 5, 6 for focus. Trying to push him off of it, but I don't think I'm going to be successful looking at this. So 2 expertise, that's only going to give us 1 hit. So basically, no, there's not enough. So range defense of 5 plus a hunker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Three expertise. It's going to give us 2 saves. Get rid of all these regular hits. And that just gives us the 1, which is going to be 2 more damage. That's going to take him to 6. That is, oh, they still have another action. But I don't think they can climb up onto this because he's blocking it, which, to be fair, when I set the terrain up, I didn't really think about it. I guess he's just going to die literally up on that hill because they can't really do anything. So I guess they're just going to hunker. And little fella, scooch on over. Okay. Back to, well, I got to count their stuff. So they got 1 whole objective. So I'm going to move 1 there. I'm going to get a momentum. And now it's my turn. We got Ahsoka. So, Ahsoka. Each character in this unit may advance. Ahsoka is way over here still. I don't really even know where she needs to go because I've got a pretty good handle on things, but middle of the board maybe could use some backup. Okay, we're gonna use this for speed. We are actually gonna bring her. We're gonna have a change of direction here. I'm gonna take her up over here, I think, or at least take her toward this ladder and maybe be in a place to reposition if I need to. So I guess You're just gonna move and hunker with her as well. Some more tokens. It's funny, the core box felt like a lot of tokens. Assuming I have all of them, I did buy this off Marketplace. But assuming that I have all the tokens that I'm supposed to, it like looked like a lot of tokens, but it doesn't feel like it's a lot of tokens in reality. And just gonna hop behind this rock. So she is right there. And that's her turn done. And that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives, which wins this struggle. So I'm gonna clear this off. We're gonna reset this guy back to the middle. We're gonna flip over our, I haven't done this ever. We're gonna flip over our stage 2 card. And this is where I get a little confused. A player that controls one or more struggle token, one additional. During the second and third struggles at the start of each of their turns, players roll 1 defense dice, consult the mission map to mark the corresponding objective. So, and then the person who lost the struggle, I believe, picks which map to use. Which we're gonna go with the bottom map because, let me swap this over here. They have this one, and I have that one. Whereas in this one, I have that one and this one. So we're gonna go with the bottom one. That's probably gonna help them the most. And it's their turn. So we're gonna go ahead and roll. Okay. So that works perfectly for them off the bat because that is the one objective that they have. So we're going to mark that. That's going to give them 2 thingies, 2 struggle thingies once we move at the end of their turn. So their turn is Ventress. So Dathomirian Dexterity, spend a force, unit may jump, and you can use it twice. Choose a character in the unit, range 3, push. Okay. I think we're just gonna full send her down into this cluster here. So we're gonna spend that 1 force. That's gonna let me jump. Ooh. Jeez, right there. We're going to use another force and do that again. We've got some distance to cover. Somewhere around there. So now to actually start her moves. I think we're gonna go after Bo-Katan here, because we can get there. That's gonna neutralize objective, and now we're gonna attack with. We're gonna flip to Jarkai here. It's gonna give us 8 dice. And that's going to remove. No, she doesn't have one. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So 8 dice for Ventress going to Bo-Katan. 1 miss, 2 misses. Okay. 4 expertise. That gives us 2 crits and a hit. Hit. Crit. Crit. That. Push those over. Bo-Katan has a melee defense of whopping 4. Go. That is not looking good. Gonna give us 2 saves, so we get rid of 2. That leaves us with 3. And I think we're just gonna go along the top row. That's gonna be 6 damage onto Bo-Katan, which is just enough to wound. Which means that she's no longer contesting because she's like taking a knee of sorts, if I understand correctly. So she is taking a knee. She's had enough of this objective, and that gives them that objective because it is 2-1 on that point until she stands back up, at least. So for this round, they're going to score 2 points for the back, 1 point for the left. And actually, oh no, because that was on the other one. So they got 3 points and a wound, so they're going to have 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good round for them. I almost wonder if this game, again, I've never played through all the struggles. I almost wonder if it's designed to play through 3 struggles. Like, is it designed to give the person the upper hand in the second round? I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay. So it is, yeah, she's done. Is it my turn? And we have my Shatterpoint card. Now I could go with Ahsoka. Now give me just 1 second here. Okay, sorry, fiance just got home. The dog runs around out in the garage to make sure she's not running away. Sharp, but like that's not an active objective, so how does that work? I don't know. Or maybe again that's part of the design, that way there's always only 2 priority objectives. I don't know. But with Capitan Rex, oh no, he's strained. I'm gonna have to take a recover action or whatever it's called here. Is it recover? Yeah. Character unit may heal, and I think that's heal or remove a token. So I'm gonna remove my strain token. He's got 6 because that would have literally wounded him just with that going off. So I had to do that. And then I guess we're gonna shoot here. That's going to give us 7. We're going to shoot the guy that's not in cover. Granted, they still have a hunker token. They're still going to get 1 extra dice. There we go. It's pretty good. Expertise we got 2. That's going to give us 2 hits. And then the Super Commandos have a range of 4, but then +1 for the Hunter token. We've got 2 expertise, which they can't use because they're exposed. So these guys just go away. The exposed token goes away. It's going to get rid of 2 of these. That gives me a track of 4 with Rex. Let's see, 5. Within range 4, which in that case, no. Of all characters in this unit. Of all characters in this unit. So that wouldn't apply to anything in this case because they're split up. So if they were together, then you'd add that extra thing to them, I suppose. When this unit's order card will be placed in reserve, not doing that. While a character's unit is contesting 1 or more active objectives as protection. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Remove 1 damage from the damage pool. Okay, try to keep that in mind. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna shoot. So they've got 7 on their ranged attack. 4. Dang, not a single miss. 2 expertise. That's going to give us 1 hit. Because, okay, well, what was the expertise? That gives us a whole bunch of goodness. Rex has got a range of 5 and a hunker, so he's going to have 6. Okay, that's pretty good. 3 on defense is going to give us 2 saves. We're going to save 4 of those. I think I rolled one of those to a crit. That gives us 2. That's going to give 2 damage and a reposition, which I believe is a full move. Can I move through these guys? I'm going to say that I can, just for the fun of it. See you, losers. I'm not going to move with that one. Well, I guess this one made this shot, so that's how I'm going to play that. And we got to shoot with these fellas, which we're going to shoot the Clan Creed's Mandos. Again, I'm going to have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Four misses, that's better. 1 expertise. Gives them 1 regular hit. And Clan Kreese, we've got a ranged defense of 5. Saves. I think that's just going to give... I think that's just going to give them 1 damage. Yep. Just 1 damage on the Clan Kreese. That is the end of Shadow Collective. And they've got 1, 2, 3. Just 3. Yeah, just 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to give me a momentum. Okay. See, and this is kind of what I like. Or one of the things that was, I guess, a misconception for me about this was the lack of killing, which is true, but it's almost done in a real tactful way of you're essentially still killing models to score points, but you're still getting to play with them. You're not making maybe the strategic change of killing models, but you're still getting the benefit of killing them in a sense, but it doesn't feel as bad to be on the receiving end of having your models be killed, because you definitely get points. It definitely helps you in your track or whatever of winning. So it's still worthwhile to like make offensive actions. So in my head, it was like, oh yeah, there's not a lot of killing. It's like, okay, well then what the hell's the point? You just avoid each other and go and stand on objectives. But no, there's still absolutely a reason to make big attacks on people because of the benefits you get from it. So that is the end of their deck. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these guys up. Refresh their force. And that's another thing that's kind of interesting is like, depending on how it goes, we got through a struggle before we even got through the decks. I've still got one last card here. Let me re-up these force points. All right, here we go. We got our clones here. So, clones. These guys are not very good at much of anything that I am aware of. I think I'm just gonna take them both. I'm gonna take one. What do we have here? I have no force points, so I can't do anything. We're gonna make some move actions. So this guy, he's gonna hit this ladder. He's gonna bounce up here. Ooh. And then this guy, we're going to take to potentially back up Captain Rex, which I hate the way I painted that base. And honestly, I came up with a better way to paint these bases after I'd already painted all of them. So I might try to go back and redo them, but it might be kind of a pain now considering there's miniatures in the way. Which, there were miniatures in the way the first time, which is partially why I painted them that way, because I couldn't get them all separated. But and then I'm going to shoot for my second action, which I had a range of 5, actually. So, okay, yeah, I'm going to drill into that B1 and hopefully get him wounded and score an extra point here. Which is exactly what I was just talking about. It's totally worth shooting people. But it doesn't feel bad because the B1s don't die. Or don't die. Don't die. And a character in another allied thing. I don't think that matters right now. So we just got a range pool of 7. Ooh. 7, 3, 6, 7. Yeah. 1 miss, that's good for me. 3 expertise, that's just gonna give us 1 whole hit. Pretty rude, if you say so myself. Man, I am so excited to get the Mandalorian and all that stuff painted. The battle droids do have a hunker token, which again, in this case, I think they probably get cover. I'm not dealing with it, I'm sorry. They're gonna have a range defense of 4. It's gonna give me 5. 2 on defense gives me 1 save. Cancels 3, leaves me with 1, which is just a pen token. Tragic. All right, take 2. I need to get 2 things through to wound these guys. So I don't get damage until my second thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. 1 expertise. It's going to give us that 1 extra hit. Feeling lucky. Again, he's got a hunker, so we're going to have range defense of 4 plus 1. 2 expertise should give us 1 save. Oh. Oh, yeah. That gives us 3 on the track. That's going to be a pin, which he already has. Which I think there's something in the rules or somewhere that says if you suffer 2 of the same condition, you add a damage. Or maybe that's just strained. I don't know. So that doesn't make sense to me for pinning, so I'm not doing that. Unless that is the rules, but I'm not going to assume that that is the case because it doesn't make sense. Pin, 2 damage. How many do I got? 3. And a strained. So that works for me. They are strained. 2 damage is going to wound them, which is good for me. Cool. So that gives 1, 2, 3, and a wound for 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. They get a momentum. And now, shuffle up my cards. I also forgot to roll the priority objective dice on both of our last turns. So, whoops. Shuffle those up with all these guys. All right, back to them. Here we go. Super Commandos. So they are wounded. So we're going to get rid of all this damage. Hunker's going away. And I guess they're going to remove that pen token for their 1 condition. I'd assume that the hunker token goes away if they become wounded, just automatically. I don't know. I think it says somewhere how that works, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't see anything in a quick glance, and to be honest, I'm not that concerned with it. It makes sense to me that it would go away automatically, so that's what we're doing. So now other things are going to cost 2. And I guess they're going to go after Rex again, because he only needs like 3 wounds or 3 damage. But we've got a range of what? 4. That one's not in range. Do I dare try to... I guess we're going to move and shoot. Isn't good. We're not going to score much. Yeah, we're going to move and shoot. Because we have to. I don't want to spend 2 force to jump. You know what? We're going to spend these 2 force to do this jump. Because we need it. He's not going to, because if I can get them up there, I won't need them both. And they're both in range to shoot. So we're going to jump and we're going to shoot. That's going to give us 5 ranged dice. 3, 4, 5. And actually, because they are close to each other, they get a focus. Rex has got a ranged defense of 5. Ooh. 2 expertise. That just gives us 1 save. There's 4, which I don't think is enough to push him. 1, 2. It is. It's actually just enough to push him. Which is exactly what they needed, unfortunately. That's going to be 2, 3. Ooh, he's just going to get overloaded here with all sorts of stuff. Disarm. A expose. A shove. And a total of 4 damage, which puts him exactly at wounded. So that is pretty good. Let me... You know what? I know that he's wounded. I'm just going to stick this guy on there and stick this guy on there. I also forgot he had a hunker token, which might have made the difference. It is what it is now. So he's going to get the boot. And now with the second action, we're going to move, hit this ingress point, and take this objective, which, again, I forgot to roll a thing, which we'll do now. Diamond is already in play. That is the other priority objective once it becomes active. So this will probably end in a tie, if I'm being honest, at the rate that it's going, I think. Because that's the end of their activation. They got to wound that round. So they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me 1. Yeah, this is it's not looking good. It's my turn. We have a Shatterpoint card. Let me roll. Oh. That is the priority token here. So I kind of need to get that person off of that box. And I don't actually have anybody with a force pull or push. It is just the dark side characters, I would guess. Oh, crap. I think what I'm going to do here... Actually, that's not a great move either. So the thought is to take Anakin, disengage from Maul, engage him, contest that objective, try to get enough through to push him off or shove him off and take that. But if that doesn't work, then I've just given up an objective that we control right now to basically have it be contested nothing. And I'm not even close to wounding Gar. He hasn't taken any damage. Same with Maul. But they can't have both of those priority objectives. So, let's go. You know what? We're going to do it anyways. Maybe it works out. So I'm engaged. Obviously, Shatterpoint card. I'm going to go with Anakin here. Actually might have missed out on some things here. It says when a character in this unit... Oh, maybe it's just with Anakin. I get confused with the... Yeah, we're going to disengage here. Going to engage us with Gar. Which is going to flip this to nobody for now. And we're going to attack. That's going to give us 7. I'm going to stay in Sheehan, which is less dice, but I get a shove earlier, which is what I'm kind of counting on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nice. We got 1 expertise, which is going to give us a hit. I'm not going to move that, but that is a hit because it is in there. That is also going to take Gar's Hunker token. He's got a melee defense of 4. Ooh, that's what we like to see. 2 expertise. Going to give him 2 save. So that gives us a track of 4. Not really in range there. Actually, this might work out in my benefit here. So I could shove him, I could heal, which I can't do, but the other one gives me a reposition, which I could use to... So I could shove him off, take that objective, and move back into the middle and contest that. I think that's the move. I don't know if it all works like that, but that feels like something cool that would make sense. I'm kind of wasting some damage here. Actually, I'm not going to do that because there's a jump on the 4th spot on the bottom, which I could absolutely get back in range with. So I don't need the full reposition. So I'm going to go with the bottom. That's going to give us 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage on Gar Saxon. We are going to shove him off, which gives me that objective. And then we're going to use the jump from that combat to come back right back over here and keep hold of this. So that worked out as well as I could hope, assuming that I could do everything that I just did. I would have liked to have attacked him a second time, probably could have got a wound on him. I could have jumped and followed and probably got a wound on him, but I think holding this objective is probably better, and it keeps Darth Maul relatively tied. So that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give us both momentum, I don't love. But it is what it is. All right. Shadow Collective. Oh. Their Shatterpoint card. Crap. I don't know, man. Actually, I think I do know, because it makes sense. Gonna go with Darth Maul. I was kind of relying on him not going as early as he will be. And we are going to disengage, which is going to take that objective. And we're going to flip our stance. And we've got a range of 4 on his saber throw. We're going to throw it at the Clan Kreese Mandos. That's going to give us 7 dice at range with Darth Maul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 3 crits and no misses. That's crazy. They might get a wound here, which honestly will probably take the struggle for them. If they get this wound here, I think it might, if my quick head math is correct. So the Clan Kreese have a range defense of 5. 3. All right, here we go. Do they have a hunker token? No. Okay, no misses. We got 2 things. That's going to give us 2 saves. So 5. All right. Those were 2 very good rolls. That only gives him 2, which is still going to give him 4 DPS. DPS? What the hell am I saying? I say that of all things. Which is going to take them up to 5 of 7. And I think that is... Oh, what else did he have? A shove and a reposition. I don't know if he needs the reposition. But we can actually, because it's a V, we are going to shove this person down. And we will take the reposition. Come back up. And test that into nothing. So no wound, but that gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives me momentum. All right, so I've still got a shot here. Again, I'm not going to play the third struggle. And again, I'm probably missing a lot of these reactive, like if this then that, on other characters that aren't the characters I'm activating. It's just not a thought in my mind currently. I will probably get there where I remember, but not yet. Okay, so there's still hope here. Ideally, I would get Anakin and I could just do this again, but I think if I don't get Anakin and tie up that objective, we've got a problem. Here we go. Oh, no. Like the most useless unit I could have gotten. Because I can't climb up the ladder because there's not enough space on that building. So we got 1 here and 1 here. Now I could wound the battle droids. Oh, no, they got a wound already. Just kidding. So they are... kind of out of the fight here. I think that's game, honestly. I don't think there's nothing I could do with these guys because I can't get to the middle to take that objective. Which means I'm only going to have one objective, which is 1 point. And at the end of their next activation, they're probably going to win. I don't think I could do anything with the... You know what? I've got an idea. We're going to spend a force. That's going to allow me to dash. And a dash. I still haven't gone with Bo-Katan yet, so they're just useless. Okay, and now we're gonna advance. Our first action gonna get me just in range of this ladder, which is gonna pop me up back here. Just gonna give me this objective, and this guy's not even going to be remotely close. And actually, I'm going to leave him there because I know that battle droid, whenever they do get picked, is coming there. So we abilitied, we moved, and I guess now we'll shoot with the clones for whatever that's worth. Which in this case, it's going to be a melee attack on Maul, which is 5 dice. This one hit. Darth Maul has a melee defense of 6. Okay, so 2. Oh, he's got 3 expertise though. Okay, that just gives him a bunch more saves. So nothing on that. I might have actually looked at the wrong thing earlier. Oh, no, okay, so I'm just in the wrong thing. So the other defensive spec is more defensive. So he doesn't get anything for that. So I'm just going to have whatever this is, which is a pinned for Darth Maul. Not that he needs to go into. So that's going to give me 1, 2 whole points. 1, 2, and a momentum. God bless. Okay, it's their turn. They got Ventress. Ventress, I don't think really needs to go anywhere, let's be honest. Because just them being there is going to win this struggle, which is going to end this in a tie. But we're going to swing on this Clan Kryze and see if we can't just get one more wound in there. So we're just going to focus and swing, I guess. Or we're going to swing, and then maybe we'll just push them away just for fun. Just in case they don't die, just for good measure. That's going to give us 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. An expertise, which is a crit and a hit. Good lord. Guy is dead. We got 4 whole defensive dice. That ain't enough, buddy. They do take 5, which would be 2, 4, 6 a free ability use, which doesn't matter in this case. And 7. So 7 damage. So even if they had not been attacked once, just that one attack would have full wounded the Clan Kryze Mandalorians. But they are definitely wounded. Which is going to give them 2, 4, 5, 6. Wait, there's no way I'm counting that correct. 2, 4, 5 plus the thing, 6 total. Okay, was a little bit off. Which obviously puts them like way over here somewhere. So Shadow Collective takes struggle number 2, which means we'd be going to a third struggle. Which one of these cards? Okay, so it just shuffles the priority objectives. I need to look up if in the third struggle the secondary ones stay, so there's just more double points, or if they shift completely. It would make sense more if they shift. But we're not going to play through the third. My throat is absolutely killing me. Not going to lie. And I'm pretty happy with that exchange, all things considered. So, delicious. So far I played 2 and maybe a third quarter, a smidgen of a game, and I definitely feel like I'm getting more of a handle on the stuff. Again, with the reactive abilities on the characters, there's a lot of stuff there that I'm probably missing. And that's just going to come in time. The more that I kind of subconsciously remember other parts, I will be able to work those things in. Same thing like with the keywords. Now, thankfully, there's only like 5 or 6 keywords. But next... So again, we're going to try to play this on Saturday. We're probably going to be snowed in, so nobody's going to be able to get here, especially because our driveway is very steep. So that's probably not happening. But here soon, we're going to bring in somebody else to play Shatterpoint, so it'll be their first time. And maybe by that point, I'll have Dinjarin and crew to play with, and that'll be good. Love me some Mandalorian stuff. Also, side note, is Skeleton Crew. There is one more episode of Skeleton Crew, and given somebody who had 0 expectations going into it, I've really enjoyed that show, and I'm really looking forward to the finale. So if y'all are kind of on the fence as a Star Wars person, it's just a good, fun show. It's way surpassed my expectations. I'm actually really enjoying it. So there's my 2 cents on that show. One last thing before we get out of here. If you did not catch it at the beginning, if you have any interest in Halo Flashpoint, I've got proxies for the Arbiter to replace your Energy Sword Elite, and I will offer that painted or just the raw model. So there's a short in the description if you want to enter to win that. You can check that out. That is going to do it for this. This was good fun. I'm actually looking forward, obviously, to playing it some more. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought some more models already. I'm a big Star Wars person, so this is right up my alley. Also, hopefully the struggle tracker works. Having it there, that's going to be the easiest way that I could think of to do that. So hopefully that works. And I'm going to double check the VOD stuff afterwards and see what happened with the encoding stuff. At some point, that's the only time I've ever seen it. Hopefully it was just a hiccup right then and there. It'll never come up again. But I will check it and see. And if I could fix it, I will. Otherwise, that is going to do it for this one. I appreciate you guys being here. I will see y'all on Monday for some painting, bar any crazy circumstances. And then if you're just here for tabletop stuff, that'll be next Thursday. Might stream Marvel Rivals tomorrow with the new season coming out just for shits and giggles. It's always funny to go back and watch playing with all the guys. It's fun. All right, I'll see you guys. Have a good one.
The power of the dark side.